Yeah, measuring attention is extremely important because we do see it as a leading indicator to business, whether that be sales or purchase intent, all the way to bigger brand metrics, such as consideration. Where it gets really interesting is when we start to think about attention in the lower funnel. Anecdotally, it does seem to make sense that you always want more attention on your ad. But when you start to think about those lower funnel metrics, we really see it as intention over attention. So lower funnel doesn't necessarily need attention because of the already pretty strong intent that is needed. So we really see attention as a way to up level and really make a difference when it is in that awareness, consideration, upper and mid funnel standpoint for our clients.
And so what are some of the key challenges in measuring attention? I mean, how do you know people aren't, walking out of the living room, going to the fridge or versus seeing an ad? And what have you discovered are the most effective ways to measure attention?
Yeah, absolutely. In terms of key challenges for measuring attention, I think the biggest one is that there isn't necessarily a silver bullet. There's not a one size answer for attention. We know that different channels perform different ways in attention, the different types of brands, your brand maturity, how well your brand is known, is it a new product, et cetera. All of those impact how we look at attention. So it isn't necessarily that we can translate it like we can say with a CPM with impressions. It has to be a lot more granular. So that's why we've been working with vendors such as an Amplified Intelligence or a Lumen, is that we can get that best look at each of the channels in a different way. We know that looking at eye tracking in terms of measurement and a video is really strong, but you can't necessarily do that in channels such as audio, where your eyes and your gaze aren't necessarily indicative of attention. It's more on emotional response, remembering the ad, and kind of more traditional recall. So there are a lot of challenges, but as we get more granular and as we understand more in this space, we are able to get more granular in how we plan and how we operationalize that for planning for our teams.
Well, this has been really informative. Now, is there anything coming up that you think is important for our viewers to know, or anything that you're really excited about, or maybe something you'd like to see in terms of measuring attention?
Yeah, I think attention is interesting in terms of the industry right now. It's pretty disparate. We have a lot of different agencies, clients, vendors, brands looking and understanding attention in a different way. But we truly believe here at OMD that it's something that we want to continue investing in and continue looking at new ways to measure attention. In terms of things that we're excited about, we are exploring new partners as well as new dimensions. For example, looking at cultural impact and cultural relevance and how that impacts attention and ultimately business results. So there's still a lot more to learn in terms of attention, but we're really excited that we're able to work with our clients who are just as enthusiastic as we are to dig into these additional dimensions of attention.